Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
Scary.
Hello, Sydney.
Yo, what's up? It's Lethal Collective Q&A Mondays. Got me and Fate Decided, and of course, Craven, something scary. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, it's going good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, man, ready to rock and roll and see what's up with our community here. All you guys in the live chat, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good, and definitely throw us any questions you may have, and we will try to get to as many of them as we can in our hour of power here. That came off the top of my head, man. That was not planned.
Man,
I like it.
you should be paid more.
I should. I miss my calling. But hey, to everyone here, we got Jason, we got Gonzalo, we got Jen, of course, always there. Extron, Carrie, Russell, Sarah, Denisha, all you guys, welcome. And of course, we got the bearded entertainment, Eric himself. Good to see you guys. He said, "Hey, party people." I love it. So yeah, guys, we haven't gotten a Scream 6 trailer yet. I know we were all praying. I had my alarm. I had alarms set today when I was asleep, waking up every so often.
Yes.
I don't know, man. What are we thinking, man? Are we thinking it's going to be the 20th?
It makes sense. I think so. I made a video earlier today about this. Like, I think today was a missed opportunity. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that they had to release the trailer, but like you have a real parallel right now, right? 25th anniversary to Scream 2, and you're doing Radio Silence to Scream 2. Release the poster with the characters from Scream 2 and the characters from Scream 6, and be like, everyone loves a sequel. Boom! Like, we would have all lost our minds. It's the stupidest thing in the world, but all of us would have acted like somebody just handed us $1 million. We would have been like, "Oh, this is great!" All the content creators, everyone have been sharing it on social media. 25th anniversary poster, or have a poster of like Randy with the Meeks twins. And say, I love a good Meeks death or something, like, kind of like, alluding to, like, oh, maybe are they dying? Are they not? Like, you could have done so many marketing plays with this. That I like, even if you didn't release the trailer, it's just like we're less than 3 months away now. Like, at what point do you start the marketing tour?
Right.
And they did such a good job. I wonder if it's just maybe it was too expensive, to do what they did last time, and they're like, we can't really afford to do that again.
That's an interesting viewpoint. You could be right, man. They might be trying to, hedge their bets and figure to cut down on that a little bit and try to make more of a profit on this movie, understanding that it's gonna have a built-in audience coming back. I'll be honest with you, I never really thought of it that way.
Yeah,
that makes some sense.
But even like simple, so like last year, like a lot of it was like posters and stuff, right? Like, like how hard, dude, you could probably get fans to make you incredible posters for free. Like, just to be able to say, like, I made that poster, and they did. Like, they should, like, do a fan contest and take the 100 best posters and turn them into real posters, and then, like, send everyone like a signed poster. Boom! It doesn't cost you anything. You just had 100. You just had thousands of people submit poster ideas for you to use for free, and then just make that. Add a digital code to it. Boom! You're done. So
I agree. Absolutely.
Well, I am actually in the middle of making my video about the trailer. Fate's got his out already. I'm halfway through editing. I'll finish it when the stream's over. And basically what I'm saying in the video is, I think it will be this week because it's anniversary week, as you mentioned, for Scream 2. This is their Scream 2. And Jack Champion's movie, Avatar 2, comes out on Friday, which is a Paramount also. So why not capitalize on the Jack Champion movie, who's in Scream 6, have his face in the trailer before they watch them in Avatar. So you got that going on.
That's true.
And, I think that's, to me, is the one that kind of pushes it over the edge, that I think we'll get it by Friday. And as you mentioned, Fate, we're under 3 months. So all of that, it all makes sense to be this week. Because if they wait till the 20th, they missed out on the Avatar Jack Champion connection, which I think could be a factor.
Right.
That's
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And real quick, we do have a couple of questions came in here. Leonardo's in the chat. What's going on, Leonardo? Saying, what's your favorite scary movie? Oh, Lord.
Kazam.
I almost want to say scary movie. No, I'm just. Did you say Kazam?
Yeah. Have you seen Shrek?
Yes, Shaq. Okay, so yours is Kazam. Mine is scary movie. What about you, Steve?
That was a scary movie reference, by the way.
Yes.
Well, I guess mine has to be Showgirls then.
Yeah.
Showgirls.
Gotta be Showgirls. We're gonna go the parody route here with stuff.
Dude, when you first saw Showgirls, what was your reaction to it? Like, first of all, why'd you see Showgirls?
Man, so look, I can give you the real answer or the right answer, and I don't know which I should give right now on a live stream. I think I'll let's just put it this way. I was a big fan of Saved by the Bell.
Okay, there you go.
All right, I'll leave it at that.
You gave me enough ammunition right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Enough to make me go buy a friggin' ticket at AMC theaters to watch it.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank you for the question, Leonardo. Let us know what your favorite is as well. Absolutely. Ethan's in the chat too, saying, is Invasion of the Body Snatchers a horror or sci-fi film? Oh man, you're talking about one of my favorites. Yes, exactly. You are right. Steven, you beat me to the punch. You are so right. The answer is yes. Especially that 1978 version. I absolutely love that version of it. It's so good. Donald Sutherland was just awesome in it and so forth. So I love that movie. I'm glad. That's awesome. Invasion getting some love today. All right. Eric saying, has anyone watched Bloody Christmas on Shudder? I haven't yet.
Not yet.
I keep hearing I got to though.
Yeah, good things. Yeah.
Good
things about it too. I did see Bed Rest. Did you guys see Bed Rest?
We sure did.
We sure did. We saw it together.
Oh yeah, you guys did a watch party. Yeah,
a watch party.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, what'd you guys think?
Well, wow.
That good, huh?
I think we all. What was our consensus night? 2.5 stars.
Yeah,
out of 5.
2.5 out of 5. Yeah,
that was our group consensus. Average. Unfortunately, outside of about a 30-second window with Melissa Barrera, she let me down. I was hoping, and I was very open-minded, objectively, wanting to see her just elevate, and she was the same character of Screen 5. She was the exact same facial expressions, same except for like I say, 30 seconds when she really came alive, quote, in the movie. So anyway, not trying to beat up on her. I'm just being honest. Right. I was hoping to see more from her, and I didn't get it personally.
Yes, but here's the thing: you got to make the connection. She played the exact same character she did in Scream 5. Hallucinations, dealing on medication, dealing with,
Yeah, but here's the thing, Face. She didn't take her meds most of the movie. So that didn't even work.
Yes, but it's the whole perception. Like, she was acting that way, and the husband keeps telling you, like, you were like this before. I know the signs. I know all that. Like, you're not taking your medication. Just like Scream 5. So, I mean, to be fair, was this just a typecasting? Did they like how she performed that crazy, that
that's an interesting take.
I mean,
seriously, because she's the exact same character as in Scream 5.
She is.
She is.
To the point.
I'm going to tell you what.
She would play the exact same way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, man. And we talked about this on the watch party, which, by the way, was on the Movie Bros React channel. So definitely check out Movie Bros React. But watching the movie, I'm really pulling for her. You get what I'm saying? Just as an actress, as an artist. But again, the movie itself didn't really do her any big favors. And of course, like you said, Fate, kind of being typecast same lane as she was in Scream 5. That didn't help either. She had a couple moments, but ultimately I'm not going to watch the movie again, which is too bad because I really I'm pulling for her. I just hope and pray, man, because we're fans, you know, we're nobodies, right? You would think that everyone on the film would be thinking along these lines as far as, okay, you know, people like Melissa and Jenna, and, you know, and everyone, the major folks, especially that are coming back, you would be thinking that they're like, hey, we want these guys to hit in their performances or the way that we write their characters. We want them to stick. You know, this is a franchise that has a huge legacy on characters, right? This isn't like Halloween or Friday or Nightmare, right? Like this is about the characters and not Ghostface per se. So I'm still holding out hope, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm rambling, but you know, I want Sam to be a character that I really enjoy. And not that I didn't enjoy her in 5, but obviously, as we've talked about many times, there were things about it that I thought could have been a bit better. So anyways, yeah, I'm not going to watch Bed Rest again, but you know, it was nice to see her in something.
I will say the ending of Bed Rest drove me a bit crazy.
Right?
Like it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about it. It's on Tubi, right? I mean, it's free.
It's on
Tubi. It came out like a couple of weeks ago now. You know, but like, so I think they should have just like she should have died, got the baby, and it should have ended. Like it would have been a sad, emotional, good ending. I thought like this random nurse takes your kid and yonders off, like, you know, and all that stuff. And then on top of that, like, you know, I get like they wanted a happy ending at the end. She comes back, but I love that, like, you know, she saves the day. She saves her child, which she wasn't able to save the first one, you know, and that was all part of her mental breakdown and all that stuff. And, you know, just basically everything. I thought you had a good structured ending. Wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but it was, you know, I thought you did it. You served your point. I thought, you know, she finally got her son back. The dad was obsessed with, you know, he would have sacrificed Melissa's character to save that baby because he didn't want to go through another loss. So he gets what he wants. She gets what she wants. And, you know, she waits until it's all over. I think that would have been a better ending, in my opinion, than like I said, the random nanny coming out of left field. Like, you know, hey,
Del me.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed.
I know, man. Oh my God. You guys are too funny. What's up, Scott? Scott's in the chat too. What's going on? All you guys that have just jumped in. All right.
Speaking of Scott.
What?
It hasn't popped up in here?
Huh?
Super chat.
It hasn't popped up on your end. We got a super chat.
Oh no. Okay, let's get down to it. I'm way behind, man. Look who's in the live.
Boo! Thumb him down. Boo.
That guy.
Boo.
And oh, hey, we have got a super chat coming in hot. Scott, $50 super chat.
Wow.
Thank you. Steven, before I forget, here's a gift to you for your belated birthday as promised.
Aww.
Praise God for you as he leads you into a new year and season of life. Love you so much, brother.
Aww.
Wow.
Scott, thank you. That's such a generous gift, man. Really. I greatly appreciate it, man. Wow. That is awesome. That's incredible, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very excited for God's plans for the future and just glad to be alive, man. I'm glad to be alive and planning for a future. So
yes.
Yeah, man. Thank you, dude. That's awesome, bro. You're an incredible guy, and I'm blessed to know you, man. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much. That's very kind.
Yes. Thank you very much. Very, very much. Really appreciate it. And we got Ghostface Fanatic saying, do you guys think they would kill Gale at all in this film? I don't think they will, but what would you guys do if you guys were directors and writers? Would you wait until 7 or would you kill her in 6? I'm kind of on the same page. I don't think they will, but you know, I also didn't think they'd kill Dewey in 5. So, you know, anything can happen. I do think if they do it, I think it'll be a mistake. you know, because again, I don't want to see this be another Star Wars situation where we're just killing off legacy characters in every movie. Like somebody has to have, and I'm taking Sydney out of this equation because we don't know what's going to go on with Nev, but you know, someone has to have a happy ending. You know, everyone just can't die, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me being too optimistic, but if I was the director, I would not kill her in 6. You know, depending on how 6 shapes up, maybe in 7, maybe. But I gotta admit, man, I'd want her to live, you know, or either walk off into the sunset or something. You know, how about you
But
guys?
how does she do that?
I know,
You know what
it's
I mean?
true.
Like Dewey die. Like Dewey die. Like you
Yeah.
have Sydney who has the happy ending. I'm sure they're gonna do some sort of mention. She's in the Bahamas with her kids or something like that, living her best life. You know, at this point, like Gale's happy ending was Dewey. Dewey's gone. You know, like my guess is that she's gonna resort back to like the cutthroat B that she was in '96, and there's even kind of evidence to that. You know, we got the images of her like kind of hounding Sam and Tara, right? Like Scream 4 Gale wouldn't have done that. You know, when she had Dewey, like she would have been more, you know, compassionate, like, hey, you know, how you guys, but no, she's got like the mic, she's got like the full, like, you know, I think we're gonna see a little of like old school Gale. I don't necessarily think they'll kill her, but it wouldn't shock me at all. And also it might fit her story at this point just to kill her. And who's to say they have a choice? You know, what if Courtney is like, hey, I wanted to die in 4. I gave you 2 more movies.
Right.
You know? We don't even know if she would have signed on to 6 had the Nev stuff happened sooner. You know, because she was already contractually obligated and signed on. So they couldn't like, you know, so it wasn't like she could say, I don't want to do this no more. So, you know, like, I don't know. I don't put it past them. And I think at this point it kind of makes sense to just kill her, have Sydney kind of living her best life away from all the craziness. She got her happy ending. She got her family. She got her kids. You know, she's good. Now there's no real incentive for her to ever come back. You know, like why? Like even if it is involving her in her past, like who cares? Like everyone she cared for or would come back for is all dead. You know, so she could just kind of, you know, go live her best life, and then, you know, Dewey and Gale get to live happily ever after in the afterlife, and you know, Scream carries on. Just a thought. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying it wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah. What do you think, Steven?
So yeah, if I'm the director and writer, I'm definitely not killing her off in 6, for sure, and I would not kill her off in 7 either. The only way I would do it is if she came to me and said, "Hey, I really, really am done. I don't think I ever want to do this again, and you know, let me go out with a bang. Like, make me the biggest opening kill the franchise has ever seen, or something like that." Then I would do it. Like you say, if she's not going to come back, then that's one thing. But if she's willing to come back, there's no reason to kill her. You know, she is, you know, she already was gone from Dewey for 2 years, so she's already living her life in New York, 2 years away from him. So again, he's dead now, sadly, which I think was a huge mistake. That's another discussion, but he's gone now. So he's been out of her life for 2 years. Remember, Dewey said they haven't talked in 2 years.
Right.
So they didn't even text it or anything. So in my mind, she's already like fast forwarded. She's done. She's living her life on TV. So I think that she could meet someone, if she hasn't already. We don't know, because they didn't really talk about her personal life. Never. In 5, we don't know. She could have someone waiting for her. We just don't know it. Or
do you think that would appease fans though?
I think so.
Don't you think that would?
Because Dewey's gone. If Dewey was alive, then I would say no. That would be, people would be upset. I would be like, no, get back with Dewey.
Right.
Dewey's gone. So I can't say that now. So now I'm like, well, I'm not going to make this, again, I know it's fictional, but like, I'm not going to make this character be single the rest of their life just because she can't be with someone who's not alive. I mean, that's just me. I would say no. I mean, I guess some fans might be upset to see her with somebody else.
Yeah,
but Dewey's gone.
Because Scream 6 is supposed to be a year later. Like, don't
Right.
you think people would be like, oh, Dewey died a year ago, and you're already moving on. You already got a new boyfriend or love interest.
That's 3 years though. She's been away from.
Yeah, but people aren't going to look at it like that.
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know.
You might.
Why
but
wouldn't you? That's what she said.
Yeah, but most people aren't going to make the connection. Most people are going to look at like Dewey died. You still had Dewey. You know, you still loved Dewey, all that stuff. Like, and there was no reference of a boyfriend before. Like, you know, if they like drop that, like people aren't going to make that connection. Like the average person is not going to make that connection. Like you might because you're analyzing the ins and outs of everything.
I mean, I'm just listening to the dialogue of the movie. I'm not looking that close. He's just Dewey. He's like, I hadn't talked to her in 2 years. Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may be right. I'm just saying, I don't think it's that much of an obscure Easter egg. I mean, he's in the dialogue. I mean, but so yeah, I mean, that's 3 years later. But you know what? To me, whether she has a boyfriend or not in this movie, I mean, I personally, it doesn't matter to me. If she doesn't, that's fine. She may never. You know, some people never marry again. I know people that are been away from marriages for different reasons for 20 years now.
It's true.
And so, and they're loving life. So, you know, I think Gale has always been about the next big thing. You know, she left Woodsboro, right? As soon as she got a chance to go to New York. And she's like, it was my turn. Remember, she told Dewey, this was my turn.
Right.
That's what she wanted. I think her happiness really isn't in relationships. It's in her job. It's the next big story, breaking the news. That's vibe I've
her
always
passion.
gotten from her. Yeah, that's her passion. So I think that's why she'll be happy now because she's back. And when she's in New York City, for goodness sake, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, whoa, always something going on there. So anyway, we'll see. But anyway, the question was, would we kill her, right? I would not kill her. I would not kill her at all unless she said she wanted to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
Okay. All right. No, well, then we got that there. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Carrie saying Bed Rest was a fun watch party with the movie bros. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Shawshank with Night was fun too. Carrie, you make all watch parties fun. You really do. You really, really do. Marcus is in the chat too. What's going on, man? What's going on? And Eric was saying something too, going back to Bed Rest a little bit. The first 30 minutes of dialogue is a bit rough in my opinion, but once it gets going, I really like it. Liked it. Okay. All right. Leonardo saying, guys, I have a theory. There were some rumors that for the first time we'll have a post-credits scene in a Saga movie. And if this scene is related to a possible return of Jill and Stu in Scream 7. Ooh. Wow. I could see something with Stu. I don't know about Jill though. What do you guys think? And I love Jill as a character.
Oh, me too.
I really do.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do a post-credits scene of those two. Like, because that would basically mean like your entire movie, Scream 7. Like, I'm not saying like if they bring them back, they bring them back, but I don't think you could like your clue that they're coming back is in a post-credit scene. You know what I mean? Unless the next movie is going to be like 3 hours long to where you're explaining all the details, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, even like look at like even like big movies like Marvel. Like Marvel teases their big bads for multiple movies. Like, you know, like Thanos was teased like 10 years earlier and you knew he was coming. And, you know, I mean, like to do a big reveal like that just randomly at the end of Scream 6, I just think would just it just wouldn't make sense because it just means you'd have so much you'd need to do. And if they're doing that, that means Scream 6 is probably leaving on a cliffhanger. So now not only do you have to explain all of the stuff that just ended, like you got to explain that and just, I don't know. I like if they were going to do something like that, you'd have to have like real clues. Like I would rather them give you a clue in the movie and then expand on it than just like at the end of the movie. Oh, hey, by the way, here's Stu. And it's like, what? Like, I mean, it would be shock value for sure. I just would worry about the execution after. Cause like, you know, if Scream 6 is just playing out like a regular Scream movie, now, you know, Scream 7 has a lot of work to do. in 2 hours. And so far, they haven't been able to do it in Scream 5. So, like, are they going to be able to do it in Scream 6 and then 7? Like, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Steven? I mean, I have to kind of agree with Fate. I mean, I don't know if they'd have enough time to really explain two legacy characters coming back. One, sure.
Yeah. I think so. I agree. By the way, just a little breaking news here. I'm still waiting to find out. Give me just a second. So this is live breaking news is happening. Give me a second here.
Live reaction.
It's coming. It's coming. Hang on. Oh, okay. I'm waiting for the actual source. So I just got word. I just got a text message right now from my good buddy Alex over at Podcast Now, and he says Scream 6 teaser confirmed this week. And I said, oh no, he said Scream 6 teaser this week. I said, I think so. Just type that. And he responded back and says it's been confirmed on Facebook, but they have not given the date. So, guys, I normally don't quote sources, but Alex is my boy.
Yeah.
He's rock solid.
Yeah, he is.
And so I asked him, where is it at? Oh, okay. He said Paramount Pictures Facebook account just confirmed the teaser will drop this week. Confirmed.
Yeah,
as we just talked about, remember? We just talked about it. I thought it was going to be this week before Friday with Avatar 2, and it's going to happen. All right, Alex, thank you, my friend. He probably doesn't even know we're live.
Right?
Yeah, probably doesn't at all.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
You are the man. I'm telling him right now, I just broke the news live on Lethal Collective. And he's even sending me the screenshots. This guy's awesome. Okay, let me put this back down and answer the question. All right, sorry guys. I know we don't do this with a cell phone texting on a live stream. That's breaking news. That's
huge. Man. That's the type of stuff that we hope to be able to do, is like have moments like that where we're live and it's just real. This is what we do when we're not on camera. We have messages from our friends, from each other, or text messages or whatever, and we work it, so
that's
awesome.
Right. So guys, there it is. Everyone that's here, all of you beautiful people, you just got the news probably first right now, unless you're on Facebook. It is official.
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted. Faith.
Yeah, sorry, I actually hit the mute button. Here's the thing though. So I'm looking at it right now. It's somebody said You'll Float 2, or somebody named You'll Float 2, Scream 6 trailer, question mark, for when, the eyes, all that stuff. And Paramount Pictures says You'll Float 2, spoiler alert, dropping this week. So they're basically saying that the trailer is going to drop this week, or are they doing like that blood drop thing and something's coming this week? Right? Because they've teased stuff like that before and we didn't get the trailer. And everyone was like, oh, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe.
But he's directly the reason I think it's legit, like for real, like the trailer, because You'll Float was asking that direct question. Yeah. And he's actually specifically saying Scream 6 trailer, question mark. And then they said dropping this week. So I think they're responding directly to the trailer, man.
I think so too, but I'm saying they don't say, spoiler alert, trailer dropping this week. They just say dropping this week. You got to keep in mind, the Scream love to do dropping or, stabbing or, what I mean? They did the same thing for Scream 5. People were asking and they're like, oh, don't worry, bodies dropping on the, the 15th or whatever. And then it turned out it was a little collaboration. It wasn't an actual like trailer. I'm not saying that it won't be. I'm just saying, don't just assume that, Scream is basically Paramount's letting you know that the trailer's dropping. Because
I don't know, man. I hear you. I just that's really direct, though. I don't know.
I agree with you,
and it makes sense. Like all the reasons we talked about earlier, it all makes sense that it would be this week. But I mean, it's always good to tread lightly, as they always say, right? But I feel pretty good about it. Just me. I'll just speak only
like
for
a
Craven.
gut feeling.
Yeah, just for me. I feel like it's like really legit. Like,
I mean, put it this way: it makes the most sense at this point out from the movie. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. To me, it does. And MB also saying, the official title teaser trailer said it's Scream, aka Scream 2. Recently spoke with Kevin Williamson. Huh. Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, speaking of which, Night podcast is in the strat. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
See, at 6:39, he said hello. He's popped in. So I texted him and said that I broke it live on the Lethal, so he just jumped in. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Look at his comment. I'm 401%.
Yeah, wait a minute. I gotta catch up there.
Wait, so you're not very confident at all?
Alex has no doubt.
No, I don't doubt it at all. Look, I don't doubt it at all. We've seen Scream do this before, and I just don't want a bunch of people expected it this weekend.
Right.
Monday comes and everyone's like, "Oh,
I said it was going to happen."
You know who they're coming after if we're wrong? Us.
Us. I'm sending them all to Alex. What are you talking about, Alex? They're coming after you.
All of the hate mails getting forwarded to Alex.
You better believe it.
Patrick saying City will be back in Scream 6 in the end credits.
I don't know about that.
It would be nice, but
it would be nice. It would be nice. It would be. Let me see if I can catch up. Like, I'm way behind in the chat here. So let me just say for you guys, like, if we miss your question, don't take it personally. There is literally dozens of comments I'm going through as I'm talking. So,
dude, Night, can you jump to 641 to podcast now?
Oh God. Hold on.
I love Alex, man. Alex is so awesome. That's one of them. But look at the one after that. There it is. Alex, you're all right, as Knight says. You're all right.
You are. Oh my God. Oh man.
Dang.
What's the value on that?
What's that fate? What's the value?
Significant. I can tell you that. That's significant.
Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
It's great.
Extron saying, Knight, do you think Freddy Krueger was still scary by the time we got to Freddy's Dead? No. He wasn't. No. But I love Robert regardless. You know, he was still Robert, but they just started to go in a different direction. They even said, man, for Freddy's Dead, and by the way, hey, Hollywood guy, they even said in Freddy's Dead, once they got to that point, that they were trying to lean more into like a quirky, dark type of humor, which they did, because Rachel Talalay, I believe it was her name, was the director, who had worked on production for the other Nightmare movies and got to the point where she was a director. That's what they were vibing with at that time. But me personally, I wasn't a big fan of that direction, going into that direction for the character. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Memo Boy saying, hey Craven.
Hey man, welcome.
Omni's in the chat too. What's up? I just subbed to his channel talking about Alex. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to do that. And let's see. I thought I had another one here too. Oh, maybe not. Carrie is so cute. Alex saying, gotta head off. Keep on rocking, guys. Big week. Best of luck. Can't wait to see what you all make with the teaser. Yeah, bro.
Same here, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alex, for the text and breaking the news. That's awesome.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'll be reaching out to you soon, buddy. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. And we got Anthony's in the chat, Child of the Corn, coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. We really appreciate that. No doubt about it. Saying opinion on supposed big gore element of Scream 6. Well, I definitely believe it. And I think that, to me, in theory, on paper, it's a good thing because it just kind of shows that, you know, Radio Silence is kind of, you know, letting their hair down, so to speak, and going in their own path and not necessarily just trying to stay within the lane of you know, of what came before them. So I am happy about that. Of course, the execution will be what's most important because, you know, Scream isn't about gore over character. So, you know, I think if they're smart, they're just going to be careful, you know, how they craft the movie. You know, they don't want to get to the point where the gore is much more important than the characters. That would be a big mistake. What do you guys think?
Yeah, look, I am all for. I mean, look, Scream has always been gory for the times. I mean, 96 for that time, Scream was pretty gory. You know, I mean, they had to cut like half of it out just so they could get an R rating because they were trying to get an NC-17. So Scream, I don't mind the gore. I don't mind any of that stuff, but it needs to serve a purpose, right?
Right.
We've all seen those movies that are gory just for the sake of gory. I understand. Like, this is a slasher movie. It's a horror movie. Carnage candy, right? I'm all for it. I'm completely for it. But that's serve a purpose, right? Like, my biggest concern is what Jenna Ortega said about how it's going to be gory and distracting. Like, that could be a problem. Like, me and Jake were talking about this when we did the collective by ourselves, and one of the things I said was that like take Terrifier 2. People love Terrifier 2. It was a gore fest, absolutely. But I was like, ask somebody what scenes do they really remember, and they're all just gory moments. You can't, you can't think, like, because that's what you're left remembering. And I don't want to take away, like, and there's a scene in particular that I won't go into because I don't want to spoil it for people, but there's a scene in particular that was really well done until they just kept going with it. Going with it and going with it. By the time you're done, you completely forgot the point. It completely went bypass. You're just like, okay, like stuff like that. Scream is very moment to moment, you know, sequence to sequence type film. You know, you want the kill, you want to see the outcome, you want the ghost face call, you want all this stuff, and there's all this stuff going on that you need to digest, you need to be able to enjoy it, and that you want to be memorable. Last thing you want is like, yes, like gore and crazy over the top kills are memorable, but you don't want it to take away and distract you from the overall film and the point. You know, you don't want to have like Gale, like just using this as an example, but say Gale dies. That's a significant death. But if all you remember is her getting her intestines pulled out, you're not, yes, you remember that she died, but you don't, there's no memory of like the sequence and the way it happened. Did she die saving somebody? The last thing you remember is just this bloody mess. Like, you know, it's got to be within certain parameters, I guess, is my point. So
I agree. And we got Denisha saying, question. I don't think it's Melissa's not her fault. The director wanted her to be, they pushed her to stop blaming her when the director should guide her better. It's not fair to blame the actress when the director likes it the way that it is. Okay, so talking about like Bed Rest or Melissa's acting. Yeah, I mean, definitely the directors, so much falls on their shoulders. And, you know, I do agree that they must have liked what they saw, you know. That's why I'm hoping that this is, because, you know, when you have a trilogy, and Steven, let me know what you think. When you have a trilogy, the hope is that you have some type of a character arc. And I'm hoping that Melissa's character in 6 will have that type of growth, which in turn retroactively will strengthen her performance in 5. That's what I want to see, you know, and I think that would be a really cool thing, because kind of like what Denisha is saying is that, you know, the director has a vision, you know, so it's like, you know, not always on the actor or actress, although, you know, the other way could be said too, because, you know, the actor or actress has to transform the work that they're given to them.
Absolutely.
You know, so, you know, now me saying that out loud, I think I kind of cut it down the middle. But ultimately, I do hope, you know, because I'm totally on board with Melissa and hoping for the best. But I do hope that her character in Scream 6 is a very nice, you know, character growth of her. And if so, then it does strengthen my feeling for her in 5. What do you think, Steven?
Yeah, same here. I want to see the growth, and because I've always said, you know, I've given her a mulligan card for 5 on the fact and basis that her performance could be based on direction in terms of being on medication, all the things we've talked about. So that's a possibility. Now, what though we need to see is her growth from that in 6. And I think it will be a huge mistake if they leave her arc flat in 6 and they don't allow that character to open up and become what she could be. Well, what I think she could be. I don't know. And the other thing too is you know, and I just want to say this because, and this is not pointed to any one individual. This is just, in my opinion, in general. But if, you know, some people get really sensitive if you critique somebody in a movie, in his performance.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I want to tell you something. Look, we all can like and dislike certain performances. Some people love Tom Brady. Some people hate Tom Brady. But we all know what Tom Brady is, whether you like him or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like, for me, you know, when we have as fans, as consumers, as us content creators,
Mm-hmm.
all of those things have the right and the privilege of being able to critique performances of actors.
Right.
There's not this like silent bubble that you can't, that they're untouchable. These are, you know, and so some people get real bent out of shape, and it starts to really agitate me because the fact of the matter is, this is all opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All of this, guys, is opinion.
Right.
And so, but what I have a problem with is when I see it in the community on other channels too. When I see it in general, when people for some reason elevate their opinion as if it's higher, more valuable, more truthful than another.
Right.
This is where I get the rub. Like, the rub for me is not in saying I hate Stu, for example. I'm just going to use that as an example. Or Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just use Melissa. That's what we're talking about. If someone says, you know, I really love her performance, and let's say I don't, okay, my first reaction is to not think, well, you're absolutely wrong.
Right.
We're saying she's good because she sucks. I would never say that because it's not true. And so I guess when I see people taking it to that level, like saying, insinuating that a subjective preference or opinion is better than one other's, they're all equal in this area. So,
right.
And it's vice versa. You know, it's same. It's like I say, I loved her. Like, if I think she's incredible act performer,
right,
and then let's say Night, you come on, and you're like, you know, I thought she was a little stiff. I didn't connect with her on certain parts, and that for some reason like lights a fire under me, and that just offends me. And it's like, oh well, you're just hateful. You just hate her. You're just a hater. Or, oh no, you're just throwing on shade. No. You're just being honest, giving your opinion.
Right.
And at the end of the day, yours is just as valid as mine, and mine is yours.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I just have to say that. Yeah, you're good, Fate. It just really bugs me.
No, I was just going to say all art is created to be critiqued, good or bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not you don't make something to not have people's opinions, because if you did, you wouldn't put it out publicly.
Right.
Like, you know, people have art and things that they create and they make that they keep to themselves and they keep at home because they don't want that critique. They don't want people to criticize. They don't want people to praise. They don't want it. They don't want any of it. You don't make something for it not to have some feedback, good or bad. And how do you improve unless you get negative criticism?
It's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true too.
I'd rather everyone hate a project that I make than everyone love it, because now I know people's overall opinions. You know, There's always that question, you know, when people, are they being nice? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? You don't really learn much from everybody saying like, that's great.
If everyone's a yes man.
If everyone says you're great, you're never gonna change. You're never gonna fix anything. You're never gonna improve. You're never gonna get better. You're never gonna really know all the details, all the analytics, so to speak. But when you have, you know, negative critiques, and look, there's a difference between being critical and you know, constructive criticism and just being like, you know, you suck because your face is stupid. Like, you know, not really valuable. But, you know, people that are like, you know, she's too stiff. She's, you know, using the Melissa thing. She's too this, she's too that, she's whatever. You know, your videos, you know, you can get to the point sooner, you know, do this sooner, maybe show visual, like whatever. All of that is positive critiques to improve your craft. You know, it's just like, you got to, like, if you're an athlete, you practice to get better. If you're, you know, like, the same thing. How do you do that? You improve. You work on the things you need to work on. You have a coach that's telling you, dude, stop shooting. You suck. Go stand in the corner and work on your 3-point shooting, or like
right.
You need to do drills, whatever. That's how you improve. So
yep, absolutely. And Sarah coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Sarah. Say I don't have a question. I'm just ready for this damn trailer. I love that. Sarah, you're all right. You're all right. Thank you so much.
Heck yeah.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Sarah.
And Hollywood guy also coming in with a super chat saying, hello, everyone. I saw a video on a rumor that Sam could be a killer in plain sight. Someone compared the sheriff's kill to Richie, patterns and all. Wow.
Wow.
I hope that Sam isn't a killer.
Me too.
I think it's just too, we've seen that type of thing before, with someone struggling with issues as she is. So I hope that doesn't happen. What do you guys think?
Likewise. I just
okay.
It's just we've talked about this before, touched on it before, but like I don't mind if they bring her to the line. I just don't want her crossing the line.
Yeah.
Because not every single person with like mental health issues is a psychopathic killer. Not every, and it's just like that's usually the typical trope over and over again. And I think she's a powerful character for many people. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people. She's not only dealing with the obstacle that is Ghostface, but she's dealing with the obstacle in her head. I just think it's very powerful for a lot of people that that struggle with that, because very rarely is that represented. That the person with mental health turns out to be the hero. Usually it's the opposite, or they're killed, or like whatever. You got the guy in the wheelchair and he's butchered. It's like because he's a liability. It's like all that stuff. So I just think that also I like that she's not Sydney 2.0.
Yes,
I like. I mean, you can make an argument she's Sydney from Scream 3. Hallucinations, not having trouble with reality, and in Scream 3 they really wanted to expand on that more. That was something they really wanted to do. They just couldn't. Nev had other projects in the works, so they were short on time. So they kind of hit on it. But Wes Craven had plans to really go and have her just going off the edge, like not knowing what's real, what's not, like all kinds of stuff. So I do. I like that she's different, and you got these obstacles, and you got like things that you do. Like Tara is like, if you want anyone to be Sydney, like that's Tara. You kind of got the best of both worlds. Yeah, Tara's going anywhere. Tara's more Sydney Scream 1 and 2 than Sam is. So
agreed, absolutely, no doubt at all. And real quick, as we're starting to wind down here, Gerald is in the chat saying it's unfortunate and unfair because she's being compared to Nev. Same goes for Jenna. Yeah, but that's gonna happen.
It is.
That always happens. Anyone in Halloween gets compared to Jamie Lee Curtis and so forth and so forth. It's just the nature of the beast. And especially you gotta remember, man, when you have franchises that are 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, almost 50 years old, like some of these franchises, that just comes with the territory. But it can also be an advantage, for those newer actors or newer artists on the project, because they're coming into something it's a legacy without their involvement. They're coming into something that is kind of, their bed is already made, so to speak. Scream 5 was going to be a success because it was a Scream movie. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's two sides to that. Let's see. One of the I think this will be the last one we get to. I think Mega Giant's saying, "Night, Fate, Craven. What do you all want to see from the Scream 6 trailer?" Ooh.
As little as possible.
I like that. I want to have a vibe, but I don't want to see nothing that will give me a specific sense of what is going to happen to these characters, and especially our main characters. I don't want to see nothing. If you guys, and it's interesting because with Scream 5, that trailer when it came out, that was a very special point for myself as a content creator, and obviously all four of us, and coming together, as the collective, and looking back on it, and seeing some of the unfortunate things, I'll say, with the Scream 5 trailer. I don't want that for the Scream 6 trailer, so I'll leave it at that. How about you, Fate?
Personally, I mean, just get out the way. Give me the killer. Give me.
You may get that. Be careful.
You might.
Just get it all out the way. So then there's no surprises. Just go see the movie all in. No, I mean, obviously, I don't want them to give away the important stuff. I get you need to draw in an audience. I get you need to, captivate the casual fans, I guess, so to speak.
Right.
But it ruins it for like the big fans, the diehards, the ones that go in and out, the ones that know what to expect. So, and I get it. It's hard. It's a juggling act because you gotta, like, what can you give away? What can't you give away? What can you, but it's just, Scream 5 felt like they did a great job. They just didn't have anybody watch it before they posted it. Like they didn't have anyone like they edited it. They're like, this is great. And they didn't have anyone proofread the work. And then they realized, and then it was too late. Because it was just like so much stuff. Like if you just cut it off a second sooner or you just crop it a little higher, it was like simple fixes and it would have been fine. But I would just keep it simple. Give us like a high, like, what was it? I think it was Scream 3. Scream 4 might have done it too, but I think Scream 3 had the trailer that was like the character trailer, where it's just a run through of all the characters, and then like Ghostface, like, and all of them were like, like doing like they were about to be killed or something. Do something like that, perfect.
Yep.
Like you're done. Now you introduce us to all the characters. We're excited. You got all this. I mean, the only thing that's good is from with the trailer from Scream 5 is from like a content creator perspective. It gives us a ton to talk about.
It did. Yep.
And so it is like from a fan perspective, I don't want them to give me anything. From a content creator perspective, give me everything, because now I have stuff to talk about. So it's kind of a juggling act for me as well. If that makes sense.
It is. All right. Well, hey guys, and also hey to Gloria jumping in saying, hey everyone. Great to see you. We're getting ready to wind down, but for all you guys here, we appreciate you guys hanging out. This was a fun conversation. For any of you guys, if we didn't get to your question, feel free to leave it in the comment section. We can have discussions there, all of us, even the community too, because definitely you guys had some great conversations with each other here today. But also, please remember, hit the like button. That would be fantastic. And also, Steven, are you going to be on tonight?
Yes, I will be streaming. I haven't even set it up, but I'm streaming at 9:30 Central, and I may just be watching Scream 2 tonight on the 25-year anniversary.
What?
So I may do an impromptu Scream 2 watch party. I haven't watched Scream 2 on my channel since it started.
I know,
and
man.
Are you open tonight?
I wish I was, man. Oh, man.
Oh, man. I thought, hoping you might be able to join us. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm toying with the idea of pulling the trigger and doing it.
Well, I'll tell you what, and don't let this change anything you got going on. If it was tomorrow night, I'd be for sure able to. But don't let that change, because today is the day, is Monday, if you're looking at it that way. So
yeah, you know what? Let me think about that. Now that I may actually do a watch party tomorrow night with it then. That's a possibility.
But like I said, you know me. I'll be watching the replay or in the live chat if I'm not there. I got you back. All right.
Sounds good.
And I will be on in an hour. Thank you, Denisha, for the link there. And it's a special episode for Slasher Movie Club. We actually have the director of one of the movies that we reviewed like 5 months ago. He reached out to us. Very cool guy. I've been talking to him recently, so we're gonna have him on as a special guest. So for any of you guys that are gonna be around, check us out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in less than an hour. So, all right.
Sweet.
All right. Well, for the rest of you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it, and we will catch you guys later. The collective has spoken. Peace out.
Bye, guys.